Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today's date is Sunday, March 23rd. Yes, and the local time right now in Forest Park, Georgia is 12:11 p.m. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am coming off from having 3 days off. And today, I do start a 4-day. So let me quickly tell you where I am going on this 4-day trip. It is Atlanta to airport code PHL, which is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And then it is Philly to airport code FLL, which is Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Now, when I get to Fort Lauderdale, it looks like I am changing aircrafts, and I'm going from an A320 to an A321. So it looks like I'm going from an A320 to an A321, and we have a ground time of 2 hours and 58 minutes. Wow, so that is a freestyle. We are not getting paid. And then I'm going on another aircraft, and then it is Fort Lauderdale to airport code CLE, which is Cleveland, Ohio. Now, guys, when I get to Cleveland, I will have a 27-hour and 56-minute layover. So day 3, guys, and the reason why it's day 3 is because I'm going to spend a day on a layover in Cleveland. So day 3 is a turn. Cleveland to airport code CUN, which is Cancun, Mexico. Then I'm coming right back to Cleveland for a 12-hour and 36-minute layover. Now, day 4, go home day. It is Cleveland to airport code TPA, which is Tampa, Florida. Now, when I get to Tampa, I am changing aircrafts, going from an A320 to an A321, and then it's going to be Tampa to Atlanta, and then I'm doing another turn out of Atlanta, okay? It's going to be Atlanta to airport code CVG, which is Cincinnati, Ohio, and then coming right back to Atlanta. So this is a double layover in Cleveland, but today I have the longest layover, which I am very excited for. Now let me give you the specs for this trip. Time away from base is 75 hours and 59 minutes, and the credit hours for this 4-day is 23 hours and 57 minutes. Now guys, for this 4-day pairing, I am the Kelly Rowland, and looking at the crew member, I have flown with a few. Now guys, right now I am at the house, getting ready to leave. Now the cool thing about where we live is that we hear planes going over. So you might hear the aircrafts literally getting ready to land or take off. I'm not sure, but I can hear the aircrafts at this residence. My report time is 1:10 p.m. It's about a 15-minute drive to the airport. Right now it is 12:17 p.m. So I'm about to take off to go to parking ticket, where I park my car, get to the airport, go through KCM, and get to my gate and figure out what's going on. As of right now, there are no changes. But guys, this is an old Yes Girl wig. Every once in a while, I do bring wigs out of the archive. This is one of them, okay? It still has done right by me. I did get a chance to get my nails done yesterday. She did a really good job, okay? I needed a change. I love black. Black is classic. It is simple. And if times get hard, I could paint over this black with my black nail polish. But yes, 6 days until my 42nd birthday. But I will be with you later. Good afternoon from Forest Park, Georgia. All right, guys, we are in Philadelphia. It is, like 4:22, hour and 39 coming from Atlanta. This is our second flight, A320 Space Flex, so 186 passengers, max capacity, 31 rows of seats. We're going to start boarding in a few minutes, guys. Second leg is going to be Fort Lauderdale. I'll see you then, because it's a full flight coming here, full flight going to Fort Lauderdale. Good afternoon. All right, so we are in Fort Lauderdale. Second aircraft has some ground time. I ate, chilled with the crew. Now I am on the A321, the old one. So 230 passengers, max capacity, 41 rows of seats. It was a full flight, last flight. What was it? Hour and like 34 minutes, I believe. Yeah, hour and 34. Now we're heading to Cleveland. Very light load, guys. How light?
Cuyahoga County.
Huh?
Cuyahoga County.
Oh. Very light load going to Cleveland, so we're going to head there now. We're going to be boarding in a few minutes, so I'll see you in Cleveland and we'll catch up. Good evening.
the next day.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today's date is March the 25th, which means 4 days until my 42nd birthday. Right now, the local time in Cleveland is about 4:22 a.m. 4:35 a.m. is my van time, so I'm getting ready to leave. Guys, I did not do anything on this layover. I am still battling a cold, and I just have a cough. I was flying with someone on my last trip that was coughing, sneezing, and all the things, and he passed it on to me. So I am taking NyQuil, Dayquil. I feel better. I did lose my voice. I am regaining my voice, but my position as Kelly Rowland, I don't have many speaking parts. But guys, we got 2 legs today. We're doing a turn. Cleveland to Cancun, and then coming back to Cleveland for like a 12-hour plus layover. Now my last flight Friday going into Saturday morning, Fort Lauderdale to Cleveland, 2 hours and 16 minutes. So we had a 26-hour and I think like 30-minute layover. When I got into this room, it was close to almost 3:30 a.m. So on this layover, I have been sleeping most of the time because again, I want to get well and better because I have another trip immediately after this trip, okay? So before I leave, I'm gonna do my sweep, meet my crew. I warmed up my Sloppy Joe. That is what I'm having this morning for breakfast because I don't know if this hotel has a grab and go, but we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, stay tuned. If there are any updates, I'll be back with you. Good morning. All right, guys, we are finally in Cancun, Mexico. It is, I want to say 9:45. My watch can be off, but it was 3 hours and 27 minutes coming from Cleveland. So we are on an A321neo, 41 rows of seats, 240 passengers max capacity. Now this flight was full, and I don't know what happened, but we had close to a full flight, but still had some seats open. So right now we're just doing a little bit of ground time before we hop back on and head to Cleveland. Now this flight is a lot lighter. We don't have a lot of passengers on this flight. I think we got like maybe 80 something passengers checked in, 240. So it's a very open flight. So I'm gonna go back down and mind my business. I was just coming up here to talk to you guys because the cleaners are on, and when they clean, baby, they can clean. That's one thing I would say about Mexico is that the cleaners, bueno, okay? But guys, I'll see you later when I get to Cleveland. Good afternoon. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today's date is Tuesday, March the 26th, which means 3 days until my 42nd birthday. The local time right now in Cleveland is about 3:50 a.m. 4 a.m. is my van time. I have 4 legs today. It is Cleveland to Tampa. Now we are changing aircrafts. We're going from an A320 to an A321. Then it is Tampa to Atlanta, and then I'm doing a turn, Atlanta to Cincinnati, and then coming right back to Atlanta. Now I told you I will be working 6 days. When I come back from my trip, I have maybe about a 12-hour rest, and then I leave out in the morning and start a 2-day going to Baltimore. This trip has been recovery for me. I feel much, much better by taking my Dayquil, NyQuil. I still have a slight cough, so trust me when I tell you, this has been a slam click type of 4-day for me, all right? Now it was 3 hours and 3 minutes coming from Cancun, coming back to Cleveland. Of course, we had to go through customs. When I got into this room, I did lie down and I fell asleep. Got up about 10, ate a little something, try to go back to sleep, but that is the nature of this business. I gotta make my report time, so I'm gonna do one final sweep, second layover in Cleveland. Now it's time to go back home. Hopefully everything goes according to plan. Now I will say this, if my rest should get below 10 hours, I will not be legal for that trip. As of right now, everything's on time, so we'll see throughout the day. But ladies and gentlemen, those are the events this morning. I will talk to you later. Good morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am in Tampa, Florida. This is going to be my second leg of the day. It's about 8:26 a.m. It was 2 hours and 10 minutes coming from Cleveland on an A320 SpaceFlex. 186 passengers, max capacity, 31 rows of seats. This was a full flight, not all the way full. We had about a few seats open. Now we are changing aircrafts, going from an A320 to an A321. Starbucks is in the background. I am waiting for my drink. Just sitting here minding my business. Okay. Oh, they did not call my name yet, but my second leg going to Atlanta, and then remember I do a turn, and I will be done for today. Ooh, Spirit is triggered. Yes, it is. Spirit is triggered. Sometimes people talk to you crazy, and it is hard for me to process. As a almost 42-year-old woman, yeah. So I'll leave it at that. Waiting for my plane to come in. They got to deplane, of course. We got to do our safety checks and pre-flight requirements, but I'll see you in Atlanta. Hopefully it gets better for me today. All right, guys, we are in Atlanta, Georgia. It's 11:27 a.m. It was an hour and 5 coming from Tampa. Now we are on an A321, the old one, all right, not the new one. So 230 passengers max capacity. What is it? Oh, 41 rows of seats. So we are currently on a maintenance delay. Coming into Atlanta was a little bit rocky. So I don't know when they landed, if a tire busted, I'm not sure, but they gotta replace 2 tires, I think, in the front. So that is a little bit of a maintenance delay. Now this is a through flight. I forgot to tell you guys. And a through flight is the same flight number, but it goes to more than one destination. All right, so it is what? Tampa to Cleveland, and then Tampa to Atlanta, Atlanta to Cincinnati. That is the through flight. So I did step off, use the restroom. I had Chick-fil-A this morning for breakfast. I'm just gonna sit here, maybe take a hot nap because there's no air on right now. But we got 2 more legs. I don't know if this delay would be more than an hour, and I hate to say this, but I hope it is. So I'm not legal for my trip because I have another trip in the morning going to Baltimore. It's a 2-day. So we'll see you guys. But right now, that is what's going on. We're just going to be sitting here and let the captain update us and see what's going on. So who knows? I might be legal. Hopefully I'm not. But I'll be with you later with any more updates. All right, guys, I am finally back in Atlanta. It is 5:42 p.m. It is raining really bad out here in Atlanta. I just got to the employee parking lot. I am soaking wet. This hair does need a hydration. She has been dry this whole 4-day trip. So I have another trip in the morning, okay? And my report time is 4:30. I am getting up at 2. I am gonna have to get home and try to get some rest and pack for this trip. It is a 2-day to Baltimore. I am very grateful to be back. I am tired, I am irritated, and I will say this. I am very honest with you guys, even to a fault. In this life, not everybody likes each other. But at the workplace, you gotta be professional. And I'm telling you, I am working on me, the way I respond to people and how they treat me. So to protect me for not getting in trouble and say something that I will regret, I have to separate myself from that person. That is my defense mechanism. Because when you are angry or frustrated, you don't necessarily think about the word choice. So I am working on that. And let me just tell you, I am a work in progress. I just want peace and happiness, and I am in pursuit of both. That is what my 2024 is looking like. So it's slow steps to get to that goal. Okay, but let me get in this traffic. It's starting to rain really, really bad. I get nervous driving in the rain already, but I gotta get home because I gotta get some rest. So guys, I will be with you tomorrow for my 2-day. Good night.